Hey guys, and we are back for our first premiere draft of the day. We've run 3 trad drafts, we've run a sealed, 2-1 on all of our trad drafts, which I think is pretty good, but it would have been nice to pull out a 3-0 with that last deck of ours. I feel like it was really strong. We just hit some bad beats in our third matchup. Also, they just had an absurd deck. They had 2 really great bombs. They had Bonnie Paul and Roxanne, which is hard to come back from. If you're over on the YouTube, welcome to Top Deck the Gathering. We're trying to get as much content as we can on the format out there as early as we can. Try and help you guys get in the optimal drafts that you have going. Get the most out of your gems and your gold that you can. And yeah, we're gonna run a prim draft. I've been trying to stay away from them. I've already got a pretty good rank from earlier this season, mopping up on Karlov Manor, but we've got to run at least one. We would be remiss not to play a little bit of prim draft, a little bit of faster, high stakes drafting. So let's get into it. So far, like I said, I've done 3 drafts in a sealed today, and I like the set a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. Even when I've been losing, I've really been enjoying seeing what my opponents are doing. It doesn't feel like I'm ever in a situation where I didn't either manufacture my own failures or there wasn't a game to be had. MKM, a lot of times, if you were in the wrong deck and you just got up against red-white aggro, there wasn't anything you could do. They got the perfect pull. Looking like we got a great mythic here in Annie Flash the Veteran. She's 3-color. So far, being 3-color has worked out pretty well for us, especially considering we've always kind of landed in it early enough in the pack to kind of work our way towards making it feasible with all of the dual lands. But Annie Flash is just a house. If you guys haven't seen it yet, she's a 4/5 for 6 with Flash. When she ETBs, you get a permanent card, so it can be a creature, an enchantment. You name it, from your graveyard with mana value 3 or less to the battlefield tapped. And whenever she becomes tapped, she doesn't even have to attack. If you have something that can saddle, when she becomes tapped, you exile the top 2 cards of your library and you play those cards this turn. She's a bomb. She's really, really great. 3 colors makes her a little bit more difficult to play with, but getting her right now is exactly when we would prefer to do that. And also, it's not like we have any single-colored bombs outside of it. I mean, I like Blast, I like Glamour, but that's really it. And she's a great card, so nothing to complain about there for sure. Here, I think we're kind of sad to be letting the Bristling Backwoods and the Hard Bristle Bandit go. Repulse is obviously a great card, but Helicourser's, in my opinion, really good. I think it's one of the better uncommons, just because getting to trade it off for either a land or another card, you're often pretty happy with that. So we're gonna go ahead and take that. Hopefully we wheel the land, and if not, then so be it. I like Miriam quite a bit. I think she's actually really strong, but I think in this situation, I'd probably come closer to taking Mystical Tether over her. And I'm really tempted to just take a Braided Bluff straight out, but whenever you're getting really solid cards, pack 1, it's quite hard not. Mystical Tether even has the ability to be an instant. If you've got the extra mana, if you pull it late game, and it's more beneficial to hold it up that way. Yeah, no, I think we're taking Mystical Tether. Again, I'd take Miriam. I'd be really happy taking the Abraded Bluffs. I'd take the Throw from the Saddle. There's plenty of good stuff in this pack, but we're going to take the Tether. And I like seeing mythics like this. Mythics that are bombs and they're really good, but they require you to be 3 colors. She's a 6-drop. She doesn't immediately just win the game when she hits the board. Here, Prickly Pears I found to be pretty good, and I kind of assumed we all thought it would be pretty good and pretty consistent. But Scalestorm Summoner is stupid. Genuinely, just I think an absolutely rigged card. really pushed. Especially we already have a Gila Courser and an anti-flash. For anybody tuning into any of these videos, they're going to be probably questioning why I keep going back and forth between calling it a Gila Courser and a Gila Courser. I'm pretty sure Gila Courser is the right one, but you know, lizard brain sees that G and it says that G. Let's see here. Arid Archway is actually pretty solid. Lackey's fine. Keykeeper's fine. Free Strider's fine. At Knife Point, I think is actually a pretty neat card. In the right deck, but that's not really what we're doing right now. Archway helps us fuel our ascension to Annie as well. So we're pretty happy taking it. And Lonely Arroyo is not our color scheme. You know, it's probably just going to be another Mystical Tether here. As much as I'd like to take a Thunder Salvo or Voracious Varmint, I think it's just the better card out of the pack. I would have taken the Conduit Pylons if, you know, the Tether hadn't been here probably over the Thunder Salvo. Another at Knife Point. Good to see it. If someone to our left is in red-black, they will be very happy to see you back-to-back. But I think we're just taking a Snakeskin Veil. You know? Ooh, Mirage Mace is pretty good. Irascible Wolverine's also really good. So is Highway Robbery, so is Take Up the Shield. These are all really good cards, but since I've already, you know, taken my creatures and my removal for the pack, I think it is time to go ahead and start consolidating towards making being 3 colors feasible. Okay, Festering Gulch, not the color we needed. I don't think we really want a second Snakeskin Veil yet. I think we're taking a Deputy to help us with our fixing. Cards like this, you know, I'm not over the moon about them, but I like them because I feel, yeah, no, we're really happy with the second Mirage Mesa. I feel like in formats where you want to be 3-4 color, which in this format I feel like you're going to land there more often than in, say, Karlov Manor, simply because there's a lot of tricolor rares that are quite good. No, I think I'm taking the Griffin here. You know, I like having the ability to go turn 2, play a dirtily 1-drop that guarantees my turn 3 land. If you know, it just helps smooth your hand out. You're never excited about them, but the fact that it has the mercenary ability is actually quite nice. I found it to be pretty beneficial so far. And, you know, if you wind up in the Desert Payoffs deck, being able to go get not just a basic, but a desert, I think a lot of times is going to feel pretty good. Like here, being able to go get either of our Mirage Maces is nice. I hate Magebane Lizard. Bad card, if you're asking me. Humiliate. Don't think we'll be playing it, but you can go away. McAfee. Bovine Intervention. I'm sure people who are watching the videos are going to get tired of hearing it, but I think it's terrible. Ride Down's actually pretty good. Form a Posse can be very good if you have enough mana to justify it. But right now we've got a Warlock, we've got a Mercenary. I can see us building towards having more of those. I think we're looking more red-white splashing green at the moment. So I think I'm going to take the Hellspur Brute. The Conduit Pylons would be fine. Sentry's fine. Charger's fine. All of those are fine, but the Brute has the possibility of being great. And Form a Posse would probably be my second choice. Oh, that's a Villainous Wealth. The question is, are we too far in? You know, I really don't think that we are. But to be blue and black in addition, yeah, no, I think we're actually going to say no to the Villainous Wealth. We could take an Irascible Wolverine, but I think we're actually going to take a Map of the Frontier. Yeah, if we pick up a couple of those 2-drop mana dorks, you know, we'll actually feel pretty good. Getting to turn 3 Map the Frontier, and then just have anti-flash set up, you're kind of exactly where you want to be. Seraphic Steed. Okay, okay. Take for a ride would have been okay. Deputy would have been okay. We'd have taken an Eric's if we had to, but after the Steed, we would have taken the Prickly Pear out of this pack. The Steed, if you get to play this turn 2, and then if you get to saddle this at all and attack and make yourself a 3/3 white angel, you're so far ahead. You're so far ahead in the game. If you get to do it twice, you win. Like, unless they board wipe or something strange happens, you've won the game. I mean, Saddle 4's expensive, but if it was anything less, I think this card would be egregious at rare. Another Repulse. Whoever is in blue at the table, I'm sure, is quite happy. I quite like Cactarantula, but that being said, I think I'm taking the Drover Grizzly. Simply because it gives me a 4/2 at 3. It plays well with the Scalestorm Summoner. And you know, if I'm going to be doing the thing with the Summoner, I kind of want to be doing it more consistently. And the Grizzly gets that done. Lackey, this doesn't really seem like the deck for it. Like concerted red-white aggro, or definitely red-blue aggro. And Tempo, I think quite likes the Lackey, but I just don't think it plays that well in anything beyond that. Okay, we have a Tumbleweed Rising, which is quite good, in my opinion. Pulverizer's fine. Townsfolk is actually pretty good. It grows quickly. But we've also got the Train Heist, and the Train Heist has the potential to be an absolute blowout. Being able to give all of your creatures first strike and +1/+0 until end of turn, and then if you have them in on top of that, getting an additional combat is silly. It's so silly. Well, Savage Smash, always good. Question is, are we taking this over an Irascible Wolverine or a Cactarantula? I don't know that we are. But then again, we have a lot of 3-drops. And I feel like we're going to see other Cactarantulas. So, yeah, I think we're actually going to take the Smash. Murder. And a Naturalist. We're really happy to see the Naturalist. I mean, we'd have taken a Bighorn. Bighorn's, I think, a little underrated. I think it's quite good. Tumbleweeds, it's fine. I don't love tokens as far as their bounceability at this mana cost. You just get one big one. You know, it's easy to interact with. I think we're taking the Naturalist. Okay, we've got a Bucolic Ranch, which would actually be quite good in our deck given the number of mounts we have. But Cactus Folk Sure Shot is a silly card. I like Jolene, okay, but she's no Sure Shot. Sure Shot's definitely the better of the two Signpost Uncommons in the color pair. We've got 3 mounts. I don't think that's quite enough to make us feel too bad about giving up the Bucolic Ranch. Get a Ride Down on the wheel, got a Charger. Let's see, what do we have in the way of removal? The Tether. Yeah, Ride Down's actually, I think, quite solid in our deck. It plays really well with the Steed as well. Man, we are in the right color pairing for the table because we are just wheeling action. Yeah, we're going to take the Cactarantula. Though, again, I think Wolverine's quite a good card, as is Bristleback Sentry. So. Silver Deputy? Okay. We didn't really get there in our lands on pack 2, but we got there in good quality cards, and that's a Rakdos. Yeesh. Up against what? We could take a Outlaw's Merriment. It's a pretty fine card, and it's already in the colors we're in, and it's good, but I mean, Rakdos is the kind of card that you splash pretty hard for. It's arguable that he's the best card in the set. Yeah, no, I think we kind of have to here. Also, like, it's early enough in the format. One, that I want to do the fun things. But two, people don't really have it all together yet. So you can afford to dirtle a little more. I wouldn't recommend that long term at all, but yeah, no, having And like I said, we have two air, or not two arid archways. We have two mirage mazes, so that's our two black pips there. We'll grab ourselves a third one, if we can. But you know, Rakdos is just great. The deputies help too. You know, if we're running two of them anyways. We won't be playing a Torpor Orb. We won't be playing a Key to the Vault. Desert's Dew is good. A second Sure Shot is great. You know, we've already got one removal, two, three pieces of removal. Clear Shot, I mean, it's an excellent card. 4 pieces of removal, including the Savage Smash. I think we're taking the Sure Shot. You know, at this point, I don't think we're running the Griffin. And we're taking lands really highly now. Because, I mean, you know, we're 2 cards away from... Okay, Cruel Ultimatum. In another world, buddy. And I think Wily Duke's actually quite solid. I would really like to take the Festering Gulch here, or the Throw from the Saddle, but really the Festering Gulch would be great here. But Wily, in conjunction with the Seraphic Steed, is silly. That's a silly combination. Silver Deputy, Sheriff, Fling, Throw from the Saddle, always good. Here we're gonna take the Courtyard. It'll help us a little bit with the Rakdos. Throw from the Saddle, also in contention, but... And Demonic Ruckus is a great card, I think. It's really good, but we didn't really eat our vegetables on lands earlier on, so... You know, I think we're just gonna have to let the Ruckus go, and any time where we would have gotten blown out by removal in response to casting it, we'll just be happy about that. Ooh, Shepherd of the Clouds. Excellent card. Look at all these 3-drops I could get back with it. I've got a lot of mounts. Can we justify it? I want to say yes, but we don't really have any of the fixing in our primary colors. And I think it's just better to take the lands at this point. And we pulled a Miriam here at the end, which we're quite happy with as well. A Snakeskin Veil. No, I don't think we're running a second Snakeskin. We'll put a Reach for the Sky on the side. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're at our playables. Probably a Holy Cow. Probably allows us to drop a worst card. Man, Wrangler of the Damned. Didn't get picked up at all. Nobody's in blue-white. It's a shame. Oh, man, 2 of them? Here we're going to take the Paladin, I believe. Oh, and an Irascible Wolverine. So we are... Oh, wow. Yeah, blue-white was massively open. That's 3 Wranglers of the Damned. I'm not sure how strong that card winds up actually being in the end. 5 mana is a lot. But it's also a very strong ability. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think running 1 Swamp feels... right. Yeah, no, I'm not stoked about it, but it does feel right. Gonna drop probably the Snakeskin Veil. Yeah. Keep Wily, keep Drover, Scalestorm, Prickly Pear. We're probably dropping the Irascible Wolverine, as much as I like it. And let's see how many Outlaws we wound up with. We've got 7 Mercenaries. That's a lot. That's enough, really, right there. 8. 9. Yeah, 9's enough. It's really... I think we have enough big muscle up top to not run the Cactarantula, more than likely. It's possible we drop the ride down, but I think having 3, 4 pieces of removal is really where we feel better about it. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Is a Paladin a Mercenary? No, it's a Knight. Strange place for a Knight. Makes sense, it's Paladin, but... Okay, we're off. And I think the Great Train Heist, being able to make treasures, is actually going to be pretty big for us. I can very easily see a turn where we've got 2 creatures on the table, and we crack in and make 2 treasures, and the next turn we play a Rakdos or an Anti-Flash. I feel pretty good about it. Okay, speaking of the Rakdos, I guess I could have said the devil, but he's more of a demon. He seems like a somewhat nice guy, given the fact that he's a demon lord. Okay, we're going to go ahead and courtyard, get that out of the way. And now we get to go and grab a green with the deputy. Instead, hey, it's a Roadrunner. Oh, now we don't go grab any lands with the deputy. No need. Decline. And yeah, no, we're on track to go Helicourser turn 3, kill whatever their biggest thing is, saddle, swing with it, hopefully we'll catch a land, and then, you know, Rakdos turn 5 if we don't. Or if we do, and then whatever we get off the Helicourser, if it's worth casting, turn 5 if we get something else. Okay, just a little cantrip, makes sense. An Emergent Haunting, sweet. We just got to play with that card. And we are silly. We didn't play our mountain. So don't do that, guys. There's no need. We're not going to panic because we still get to go Sure Shot turn 4 into Rakdos turn 5. But, you know, mistakes like that can very easily cost you the game. So... Ooh, a Scale Storm Summoner, eh? We'll go Sure Shot. And this way Rakdos will have haste if we want it. I'm gonna make it where you can't be blocked, Mr. Roadrunner. Pretty cool. That way you get to make your Emergent Haunting a creature this turn as well. Kraken for 2. We'd be really happy if that's what he did. But I've got a feeling it won't be. Okay, Lackey. Okay. And nothing. Which begs the question, does he have a counterspell? Let's see. I mean, it'll catch anyways because he can Emergent Haunting, but we really don't want our Rakdos getting countered. It's kind of, it's very difficult if the Rakdos, whatchamacallit, like lands, it's very difficult for them to deal with it because he essentially has indestructible. You know, you can activate it only once each turn, but once each turn typically is all you need. Make your own luck. Okay. So he's getting to draw a lot here, but we're kind of okay with that. Ooh, Calamity. All right. Okay. We're going to go ahead and... Kraken, maybe we'll peel a land. We didn't, but we have until next turn to use it. So we're going to Rakdos while we can Rakdos. Rakdos can kill the Inferno. This guy, I mean, he's about to get a lot of dinos. A lot of dinos, because he's going to go Calamity, Kraken, you know, 2/3/3s. I suppose we'll get to block 2 of them. Or no, we'll get to block him and 1 of them. But he'll get 2 dinos off of that exchange that just stay. Hence why Scalestorm, I think, is a really, really messed up card. It's possible he doesn't swing here. It's possible he thinks, oh, I'll keep it back. I'll do some fun stuff. But it's really in his best interest to swing here. Because if he doesn't, next turn we're going to go Grizzly and Smash. With Rakdos. And that's the thing with Rakdos just getting indestructible whenever you need it. It's pretty silly. Jailbreak scheme. Okay, that I can't do anything about. That's probably going to be the end of me. I'll have to keep in. Or no, this best of one, so won't be keeping anything in mind. Yeah, this is tough. Let's see. Well, it's when he attacks, so they're tapped in attacking tokens. So okay, he can't do what I thought he could do. So we'll block. Take a lot. We're not happy about having to take that, but you know, sometimes you gotta do the thing. And so now we're just gonna miss out on the Drover Grizzly, but hopefully he doesn't have the tempo play. No more bouncies. Jailbreak scheme is better than what we typically see for that card. Sorcery speed, you know, hurts it a little, but for 3 mana, chucking a card to the top of their library is pretty solid. And then having the additional ability to you know, do more than that, it's kind of all you need. Let's see. Go ahead and swing with him. Okay. Okay. Okay, he's going for broke. We love to see it. Kraken, make your 3/1, so we're gonna go block. Block. Is there any way I don't die here? Not while blocking something I would like to not block. Let's see. Take 1, 2, like 5. He can kill me immediately. I think keeping the sure shot around is worth that. We'll sack. We'll do mine. Okay. Spinewood's Paladin's actually great here. No lackey. Oh, well, good game, buddy. There's no way around that for me, actually. I take in 3 regardless. Yep. Yep, he did it. Not expecting that. Let's see, because I would have gone... If he didn't have the lackey, I'd have gone smash 6, 10, 12, plus the Spinewood Paladin 17. It would have been exactly lethal. Yeah, well, okay. That's what happens when you get to swing twice with a Calamity. Because I mean that card is excellent. It's the bee's knees. Is Prim Draft Thunder Junction not ranked yet? Let's see. No, it seems to be. It didn't show the rank drop. Tough beats there on them having the bounce to library spell against the Rakdos. It's one of the few things he can't defend against. He is indestructible, but he is not hexproof. So. Okay, up against Mr. CT3. Yep. We're gonna be picking a red for the Mesa. Nurse tapped though. That's tough. We really would like for Wily Duke to or to be able to go Whisper Duke, but yeah, okay, it's worth it to get our 2-drop. If our 3-drop's delayed, so be it. But anti-flash, Miriam. Okay, we've got a handful of cards. Lackey, sure. I don't think he'll be attacking. Okay. We will, on the other hand, be attacking. Go ahead and play the Duke. If we top deck a red land, you know, we're happy with that. If we don't, we can go Mesa. We still established a pretty strong board presence turn 2 and 3. Well, Vengeful Townsfolk. Sure, sure, sure. Because we're kind of fine with this trade anyways, because so long as we hit our 6th land drop, Anti-Flash gets either of these back for free. So here he decides he's going to make his townsfolk bigger, which is, you know, it's understandable. It's probably what I would do there too. Now he thinks, oh, he can't attack properly, but we'll see what he plays. Savage Smash doesn't feel great here because it's a fight, not a bite. So right now it's got 4 toughness, so either one we attack with, it dies to. So there is that. Whenever you control. But Ride Down still feels great against it. Hit him with Lullaby. Yeah, adds up. Anything else? You gonna swing with the townsfolk? Oh, very nice. You gonna swing with the townsfolk? No, you are not. We're gonna go Courtyard. We're gonna swing. Do you block? Be nice if you did. If you weren't gonna block, you should have swung. Okay. No blocks. No. I'm gonna follow your suit. No blocks. Okay, Pyromancers. Yeah, no, I'll happily take that trade. Get rid of your 4-drop for my 3-drop. Wow, not doing it, huh? Okay. Hellspur Brute's sweet. Let's see if you can do something with the other mana. You can. Wow. Huge turn. You gonna swing them both? Yeah, I think we still go ahead and smash the Hellbrute. And crack in for everything. To draw to, not draw to, but you know what I'm saying. We still have the Ride Down, so when he keeps up the townsfolk as a blocker, you know, it won't really be a blocker. So let's go ahead and Drover Grizzly. And you know what? We are just gonna go ahead and tap the Duke. Draw a card, gain a life. Yep. Now if he has a way to kill the Grizzly and pump his townsfolk by 3 and kill us, we're gonna feel like right idiots for being that greedy. But if we were, for example, playing in a Pro Tour, oh, yep, we feel like right idiots. Yeah, that's game. So yeah, if we were the Pro Tour in an Arena Open, we would not have done that. But yeah, that's pretty brutal, actually. Yeah, it's tough. Take for a ride. Okay, we are not off to a good start with our Naya, or I guess 4-color deck. So we'll see if we can cruise the Miracle Mile, get the 7 wins. But that was a silly loss there for gaining a life and drawing a card. Not to say he wouldn't have had a way around it anyways. It's possible he had a take for a ride, and he could have taken our bigger creature there as well. But he could have gone take for a ride, you know, and had a removal spell. So he could have had us regardless. We don't know, but we know he definitely had us there in that capacity. Old townsfolk. Believe it or not, this is actually a keep. We're actually kind of content with this because we go Deputy turn 2, we have removal, and then hopefully we get to go turn 4 map the frontier. Then we're kind of off to the races. Sure, ping me. Okay, yeah, yeah. No, we're actually feeling pretty great. We'll go ahead and grab us a green. We don't want to enter tapped because we want to go ahead and play our Duke. I'll grab us just a green. Erinx. Play our Wily Duke. No attacks, no need. We'll happily trade that Deputy for that Erinx if it comes to it. Annie joins up. Gonna kill the Duke. Fair enough. Annie Flash will get it back. Not that upset by that trade-off. Go ahead and map the frontier. We'll grab another black. Oh, is it just 2 basic land cards and or desert cards? So we'll grab ourselves a red. We'll grab ourselves a black. Go ahead and ping him for 2. Ping, ping. And next turn, we get to keep up Anti-Flash. And just wait for him to swing in, do whatever he's going to do, flash in Annie, and get our Wily Duke back. What do we have here? Free Strider? Sure. Sure, that works. No attacks. Sure. Big Commando. Oh, he's got something else. You wanna go and play it now? A squad of goons? Okay. Stagecoach security. Doing what you think's the smart thing to do, and it's not gonna end well, buddy. Go ahead and gain your first strike, scry your 1. Put it at the bottom. So we will go ahead and crack in with both Annie and Wiley. See what we get off Annie. Seraphic Steed and a Patient Naturalist. Happy to take both of those. Let's go ahead and Naturalist first. This game's over. If it hadn't been made readily apparent. And a Tether. Go ahead and get rid of Free Strider. And yeah, there we go. Huge. Yeah, cards like Anti-Flash, that's why they're such a blowout. Because, I mean, just getting a 4/5 flash for 6, not great. You're kind of pretty upset about that. But getting that and another creature back onto the battlefield same turn. And whenever you swing her, go ahead and grab 2 cards off the top for free. Not for free, you have to cast the spells, but you see what I'm saying? It just comes with it. It's a really nasty combination. Okay, that's how our deck's supposed to play. Let's see if we can get, 6 more games in like that. Oh, Rin is knocked out. See, this is a hand we cannot keep. Map the Frontier, it's a dream. If we knew we were going to draw 2 lands, we would keep it, but we simply can't. Even with Map the Frontier, it wouldn't give us our lands that we needed for Rakdos. So we're going to mulligan this. This is better, because we get to go drop the mountain. Mirage Mesa pays for our Naturalist, and then our Naturalist pays for Map the Frontier. Green. It's possible that we even go Helicourser turn 3 into Naturalist after that. That way we can get our free card off of swinging the Helicourser. Ping me, crack in for 4. Pretty solid. That Omen Port Vigilante is either less impressive than you would think, or really solid. I think it's pretty consistently going to be one of the two. Here we're doing this, that way, if he commits another cheap crime, we can just trade for the Vigilante itself. We lost Miriam, we lost a Scale Storm, we're fine with that. Next turn we get to go Cactus Folk Sure Shot. Yep. We go take the fall. Trailblazer. Excellent card. Excellent card. We're going to go ahead and play we're going to play the Sure Shot. We're going to play to the board. It'd feel really nice to go ahead and Map the Frontier or go ahead and Tether, do a little more, but Assimilation Aegis is tough. Let's see. Okay. But we will get our Sure Shot back. It's just a question of whether or not it'll be worth it by that time. Okay. Don't fully understand that move, but take 4 either way. Yeah. Oh dear. Dearie me. Alright. It doesn't save me though. Yep. Nope, that's gonna be it. Our beautiful deck smashed to smithereens against the rock. Finished off by Bart Jibboos. Mm-mm-mm. Well, sorry guys, it wasn't more of a bout there. That was a rough go. We've had much better luck in our trad drafts, but you know, sometimes you draft yourself a good deck and it doesn't do too well. It's possible we stretched our mana base too much there as well, but I don't think so. You know, if we had just not made that one misplay game too, I think we would have been fine. But you know, such is life. See you guys next time. We'll see if we can't bring you something a little more compelling.